Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights. All right, it's that time again. Coming up after our intro, Deuce Luke will be on hand, first hand, from Lafayette, Louisiana, at the ULL Life curriculum over there. It's a great curriculum, and he's got some interesting news for us. Here we go with Deuce's intro. All right, welcome back. The Deuce is Loose. This is our program, and we talk about a lot of things here on the program with Deuce Luke. And Deuce is going to magically appear next to me right now in Lafayette. There he is. And normally Deuce does some gaming advice for us here at HTV. And he is in the world of autism, but he has cracked so many barriers for us and has taught us that autism, we just keep on jumping over the roadblock and we keep on working towards a goal. And there's Deuce in Lafayette at college. There you see his shirt on him, Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Deuce, how are you today?
I am doing great, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. What'd you do over the weekend?
Well, I'm glad that Jack said, because this weekend I did a buddy walk on Saturday, and I visited my mama on Saturday and Sunday. And while on Sunday, I also watched the Piece by Piece movie.
And your grandmother, do I understand correctly, is she having a birthday?
Yes, she is. She's having her birthday tomorrow at, well, I'm not sure what the specific time is, but I am going to be there. Whenever she does come.
Are you going to eat some cake with your grandma?
Maybe.
Well, eat a little cake and ice cream from me too, and tell her I said hello, because she is an amazing woman, and she has bounced back from a recent fall. She did really well coming back from that. So you make sure you send her our love and tell her we love her at HTV, and I know you love her a lot, and she's a very, very unique woman, and she's done well.
Oh, I'll make sure I give her all the love I can for her.
All right, there you go. All right, I want to know about this Buddies for Life, because were you involved with that this weekend?
Yes, I was actually. I was promoting this show, but I also want to learn about Down syndrome. Mm-hmm. So I asked some people around, well, maybe not asked. I actually told them about my show and that we try to promote different disabilities on the show.
All right, so you went around interviewing them with your phone?
Well, we didn't do that at the Buddies for Life. We didn't interview with them for the phone. But I did show some pictures for whenever I was at Buddies for Life. There's one right there. There's one person that was walking.
Yeah.
Let's see the other one. There's another person who was there. Very good looking fella, isn't he? Oh, and that's one of my classmates right there that was helping out.
Wow.
And I see one final one. There she is. That's one of those special people. And let's do one more for good luck. And that right there is a good person right there. I believe his name is Brayden, by the way.
Let me tell you, because I wasn't really familiar. I mean, I knew about Down syndrome, and I know that Pastor Dwayne Blaine at Thibodeau Family Church has a function every year, but I learned so much about it because one of my best friend's sons was born with Down syndrome, and it was incredible just hanging out with him over the years, how I learned a lot about it. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that these individuals who have Down syndrome, they laugh, they like to have fun, they like to do different things, and they have feelings too. So you were able to showcase that, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was able to showcase it while people were doing the walk. I was able to showcase my show. Oh, and I have some good news for you. There's another person right there. And while I was showcasing them around the walk, I was also showcasing my show around too. So while I was showcasing people and certain people are from our show, I made sure that they were going to see it as well.
All right. So you told them you were going to do a show and their pictures would be put on TV, right?
That's right.
They were excited?
Oh, they were over the moon.
All right. Cool deal. So you're going to let them know, and I'm sure you're going to let them know how to catch it on Facebook and YouTube also.
Oh, I already told them that we never went to the walk.
You on
Now,
top
I'm
of your
not sure.
game. You're on top of your game. You know what you're doing. All right,
Thanks.
good. Let me ask you this, because so you were able to sit down and talk with them. What is your interpretation of Down syndrome? What is it to you, Deuce?
Okay, so Down syndrome. Down syndrome is whenever you have certain abilities, like for example, certain mental. No, you see, your whole facial expressions are kind of off a little bit. But however, I don't describe that as a disability. I describe it as a different ability, as you
Yeah.
know.
Sort of like
even
when you
so-
described autism to me, you said it was a difference from person to person, but it was your way of overcoming that makes every individual unique, right?
That's right, and the same thing for Down syndrome.
Yeah.
You see, Down syndrome tenses up the face and decreases the memory muscle, has some learning disabilities, but however, you can overcome that. You can overcome that with certain hope, and certain classes and stuff like that, so that you can be and thrive in the world.
And those are some of the happiest people that we will ever be around.
That's right. And guess what? Some of them even made a living.
That's right. They do. They go to work and they help out quite a bit. And that's such a great program at ULL. And I know other schools have adopted that. High schools in this area, high schools in Lafayette do it quite a bit. So that was fantastic that you went around and showcased them on the program. And I hope they have a good time watching themselves on TV. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We got more questions for you. That's okay, huh, Deuce?
That's fine by me. I'm ready for it. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. The Deuce is loose. Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. All right, we're back. Deuce Luke is back. The Deuce is Loose. This is our show about autism, but we're branching out a little bit with Deuce. He's in ULL in Lafayette, Louisiana. He's a student there in their ULL Life program. And we made a deal with Deuce when he left the news desk over here and he was going to college. We said, Deuce, what if you continue the program? So there he is in Lafayette continuing the program. And we've been talking about the buddies for life, but go a little more in depth of it. I want people who are listening to understand exactly what that is from your standpoint.
All right. So the Buddies for Life or Buddy Walk is basically a charity event where they're trying to spread awareness of Down syndrome and other disabilities. They do a walk event. They got food, activities. You can see some of the people over there are having a good time. Yeah, you can also see all up in the background that there's a bouncy castle if you can find one. There's all sorts of food that everyone's eating, and also there's pictures where everyone can decorate stuff like that. It's all fun stuff.
So let me ask
And
you,
it's not just good for adults, kids as well can also enjoy this.
okay, that's good to know. So when you were walking around, and I guess like in autism, there's different levels of Down syndrome. So did you find that all of them were willing to talk to you, or some were a little more shy than others?
Most of them can talk to me, yeah. It's yeah, some of them can talk, some of them are unable to talk. But for those who can talk, they were like, "Hey, I'm one to talk to." So yeah,
And so they had to develop a trust with you, and you have this gift where when you approach people, you loosen people. I used to watch you when you were here at HTV, and you would go into the lobby. You were talking to the state police, you were talking to elected officials, you were just making your way through the crowd. This is a gift you have, and you're using it now in college, aren't you?
that's right. Yeah, I've been using it to help benefit myself and help people with it with anything that they need, or I can just talk to them. And they could just be, "Hey, this Deuce, he's a good guy."
Are you sort of like an ambassador over there already? Is there an ability for you to run for like a government, student government office or something? Is that in the near future?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Slow you roll there. I'm not one for politics or even student government, but I am a creator by heart.
Oh, there you go. You set me straight on that one, didn't you? So you're just doing this because it's in your heart. Your heart's telling you to do this, right?
That's right.
That's even better. That's a better reason to do it. But I thought you were so good at it that you might try. But you're still on that focus. You haven't lost that focus about where you want your career to go and what you want to do. Refresh our memory on that so that the audience can know.
Well, all my life I want to be this sort of creator, like a big time creator where I could just create things on my own perfectly. And so I'm going to college to study to be this big time creator, like Disney or Instantly. And I can be a voice actor and create my characters and their stories, and create video games, music, all this stuff. I'm doing it for myself, and also leaving a legacy behind.
Okay. Now, you've been practicing any more voices or have you had time?
I haven't been getting time for that yet,
Okay.
but I've actually been doing some pretty neat voiceovers and stuff like that.
All right. I see. So you've learned how to tighten up your throat to get that deeper
That deep
voice or
voice.
whatever. Yeah. So you've been, who's been teaching you that, or are you teaching yourself on that?
I'm a teacher myself,
Okay. You read up on it, or you just experiment?
experimenting. I've always been experimenting my voice acting impressions and stuff like that. It's just, very therapeutic.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Give me that Russian accent again. You did that well when you were in the studio one day.
Oh, it's still perfect.
You got it down.
Looks like a chum every time.
You give it a little Boris or a little Vladimir, right?
Vladimir Demir.
There you go. Deuce still got it over there in Lafayette. All right, let me ask you this. Did you make a pizza?
I did make a pizza one time, yes.
I want to hear about the pizza you made. What was on it?
It was actually a cheese pizza with tomato sauce, or maybe a tomato sauce. It's like a red gravy or something. And I put some Pillsbury Doughboy biscuit dough on it, flatten up a little bit, and then then my teacher, Miss Izzy, she put it in the oven for me so that I won't get burned.
So
And
you
the
made it
class
with
had it.
Pillsbury dough. So it was a deep dish kind of pizza.
I see what you did there.
Well, it fluffed up pretty good, didn't it?
It did. It did.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So I bet it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah. You're a pizza kind of guy now, right? You like pizza?
I mean, it's a little bit of a getting adjusted to, but I mean, it's not bad.
It's the college life. You got to like pizza a little bit, right? You,
All right,
you,
I do like it a little bit. It just needs to get used to it, you know?
yeah, you're gonna get used to it. All right, I want to ask you, how does identity define you?
That's a really good question right there. You see, all it takes is just one action. Just one. Even just a little drop of alcohol can make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And one action make like kind of action can make it into a big difference one day. Or just one promotion can change you into something unique or something weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've learned about in my University 100 class.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that something? So they're teaching you about life. So it's not just about problems or not solutions to problems that they may present you. They're teaching you about results and consequences of what you do when you're out there in the public, right?
That's right.
Is that something new for you? I know your mom and dad talked about that a bit, but now that you're on the college campus, does it resonate a little more because you see it more?
Yes, I do. I do because it's not only just consequences can meet this or that. It's all about life itself. You see, life is full of making mistakes, but you have to learn from those mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Boy, we all make our share of mistakes. So I always tell that to people, who come in and they interview me either for a class and they go, God, what's it like to be so successful? I go, well, in order to be successful, you have to have a lot of failures. You have to pick yourself up from the failures. And the only way you can ever appreciate success is to be able to appreciate the failures that you've gone through. So you're learning the college life day by day, right?
That's right. And guess what I've learned also? In this Lego movie, Piece by Piece, is all about Pharrell Williams, and now he became a celebrity artist. And you know what he said that stood out to me?
What's
He
that?
said that relativity is a drug. You can't be just always relative, or you might end up going to the deep end and all these big bad people will start coming after you.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's do this, Deuce. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll have our third and final segment with you. And I like the way you're sporting that hometown shirt over there. You're not going to forget where Houma, Louisiana is, are you?
Oh no. It takes you may take home out of me, but you can never take home out of the boy.
All right, there you go, buddy. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with Deuce Luke. Don't go away. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality. All right, we're back. Deuce Luke, straight from ULL in the life program over there. And this is our third and final segment. I want to know about the murder mystery game that you've been working on. Can you sort of fill me in?
Sure thing. So the murder mystery game that I've actually played a little bit ago on Friday is basically like a setting. It's like a story playing out. You just play out a story. You're acting in a role, and what you do in murder mystery is that you have to create a story, create a setting, create characters, create all these clues to find all that stuff, and then once you figure out who the murderer is, what the motive is, and stuff like that, then you win.
Yeah, so what's your interpretation of a murder mystery?
It's almost like acting for a bit. Like you're playing a role that you're trying to develop that into a fine wine.
Okay. So, like you, when you're looking at a murder mystery, do you become like the Inspector Clouseau who's trying to get all the clues together and see everything? Does that intrigue you?
It does. It 100% does. You see, my favorite murder mystery for movies is Knives Out.
Okay. Tell me about that.
So Knives Out is a movie where Chris Evans was, of course, a murderer, but you see, it all has these certain elements and sort of mystery elements and stuff like that. It's just fascinating.
Okay. So, you like, and I've known you for a while now, you like to be challenged.
You
So
got
when
that right.
when you're not challenged, do you get bored?
Extremely.
Yeah.
I get extremely bored automatically, and if you don't get challenged in life, you're not facing any real life consequences or any challenges to begin with. It'd just be boring life.
Yeah. So I guess what you look for, but I'm sure your teachers are pretty smart and they figured out thus far that, okay, Deuce is on a different level. We need to challenge him. So, what are some of the things that they do that challenge you?
Well, they give me some interesting homework. They give the class some homework as well. They even give us some topics to go over, and they even give us some papers to just do.
And I also know that you like to be somewhat in charge of a situation. You like to take control of it and make it happen. And because you don't want boredom to set in. And that's why you're going around campus. You're going to meet people and you walk up and introduce yourself and you're making things happen. How's that working out for you?
Just great, just great. In fact, I actually did some interviews on my own not too long ago, actually. So, would you like to take a look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be great. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to also challenge you sometimes. You just gave me an idea on this program. I'm going to say, all right, Deuce, I want you to get me an interview with the president of ULL.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to
You want
say,
me
I
to
want
work
you to
my
go
way
get,
out?
I want you to give me a 2 to 3 minute interview with the president. Then I may say, I want you to try to give me a 2 or 3 minute interview with the quarterback for the ULL, football team. Or I want you to give me a 2 or 3 minute interview with the head cheerleader. So I'm going to dare you to do some different things because I know you're going to do it.
All right, then. Let's make it happen, Captain.
All right. So what we're going to do next week, what do you have in store? Do you have already planned for next week?
I think so. We're actually going to show some other interviews that I did already.
All right. Let's do next week. And then the week after, 2 weeks from now, we're going to let you go and interview the quarterback of the ULL football team.
Yes.
All right?
Perfect.
2 or 3 minutes. Now, of course, you got to go through your class curriculum and I'll let them know that, but I think they're going to be fine with it. And then if they have any questions, just tell them to call me. We'll work it out and we'll get the challenge going with Deuce. Sounds good?
Sounds great, sir.
All right. What would you like to tell your grandmother? Got a minute left. It's her birthday. I'm going to give you the floor.
Happy birthday, Mama. I hope you're having a great day. And Mr. Martin and everyone at HTV said happy birthday and we love you. And just as much as I do, I love you wholeheartedly. And I'll wish you a very special birthday. See you later. Bye.
All right. That's nice, Deuce. All right. So we'll do your regular program next week. You bring us everything you need. And then after that, ULL quarterback. All right? Now, you come up with your own questions, all right? I'm not going to tell you what to ask them, but I'm going to let you handle it. And normally in about a 2-minute interview, you can probably come up with about 5 or 6 questions.
All right, 5 or 6. I can work with that. It's perfect.
All right, there you go. Deuce, good seeing you again.
Good seeing you too, sir.
All right, sign off for us. Here we go.
All right, this is Deuce, Luke, And this is me on the Leuce, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
All right. See you next week, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
In a world of silence, there's a different kind of language, autism, a unique puzzle that brings its own beautiful picture. Where others see a blank canvas, they see boundless creativity. Each day, they awaken with purpose and determination. Their minds are a vast universe, exploring countless subjects with passion. Deuce said it best when he said,
Autism is not a disability. It's a different ability.
just like a seed becomes a magnificent tree, they too blossom into something extraordinary. Embrace the beauty of their world. Learn more about autism. Visit Understand Autism for more information. That's www.understandautism.org. You can also find help by calling 800-3-AUTISM. That's 1-800-328-8476. Thank you for watching The Deuce is Loose here on HTV10.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.